Hi, my name is Jason, and this video is about how I almost killed myself with potassium. And it was completely by accident, and the whole point of this is it's kind of a warning when you're first getting started capping your own supplements. You might not know what the dosages are of the individual things, and there are lethal dosages of some of the vitamins. Some things you take in your main supplements are so small that you can actually kill yourself when you buy these big powders online and you just take more than what you're supposed to. And for me, I bought potassium citrate. Give me 2 seconds. Potassium chloride. I'm not sure how well you can see that. It's that was the Amazon list. I bought it back in 2018, and at the time I knew absolutely nothing about capping my own stuff, and all I knew was I had these extremely bad leg cramps from overindulging on energy drinks. So I'd pull all nighters and then I'd go to bed and I'd just wake up screaming my head off because my quads were like, it felt like they were ripping themselves apart. They were squeezing so tight. And it was this horrible pain. And everyone always says, if you're cramping, take potassium. It's actually magnesium, at least for my family. My grandmother's had really bad cramps just due to electrolyte issues, and I've been able to fix my whole family by just having everyone supplement magnesium glycinate, which is also way safer because it takes a stupid amount to actually kill you. With that being said, this whole thing is not medical advice. Do not go eat like a cup of magnesium and be like, Jason said this isn't gonna kill me. No, you're gonna puke. Like you will just puke from having too much electrolytes. With that being said, I looked up how much potassium chloride I should take, and I came across this website that said it was like this weird unit of measurement. It's like 2 to 5 um, servings or some. They said something like that. It's just weird, and I probably was stoned at the time, and I wind up taking 6 grams of it at once. And I mean, I looked this up, and ChatGPT says that it's unlikely to kill someone who's healthy, but if I had a precondition to some type of heart condition, that it can actually kill you because the potassium will, I believe, stop your heart from beating because it basically removes your. The electrolytes are used to send signals throughout your body telling your muscles to contract. And if you overwhelm it, then the signals won't be sent anymore. So the muscles just won't contract and you can actually die from it. Hello, kitty. Um, yeah, so I took 6 grams and then I went back to work. And the weird thing is, like, if anyone's ever taken too much electrolytes, you get this like mouth watering feeling and you kind of feel like your stomach's a little upset and your mouth just starts salivating, like literally just dripping. And then you eventually get this nausea, and by the time you get the nausea, it's too late. You're gonna puke. If you catch it early enough, just when your mouth starts salivating, you have to chug about half-gallon of waters as much as you physically can get down. At least with smaller dosages, like sometimes they'll take 2 grams of salt just in capsules, and if I'm not hydrated, that can make me puke. So you have to just chug as much water as you physically can, and then about 10 minutes later, you're either gonna puke or you're not gonna puke. But either way, you're gonna feel well after you puke. You just feel so much better, and it's because you just felt so off before. But if you don't puke because you chug enough water, you also feel good because your body just like relaxes, and it's kind of like the feeling of when you finally get rid of your cold. You're like, ah, being normal feels so amazing. But with that said, I did not know this at the time, so I wound up running to the bathroom where I proceeded to have stuff come out of both ends. I got it all in the toilet, but it was horrible. And then I kind of just like curled up next to the toilet on the floor because my stomach was just like absolutely killing me. And it's one of the most painful experiences I've had. I mean, probably top 20. Not, I've had way more pain in my life, but it was still like really, really bad. And it's just a warning out there when you cap your own stuff, there's some things that you take in such small dosages that can actually be poisonous. But on Amazon, they'll still sell you a kilogram of it, regardless of your knowledge level. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I mean, here's a bunch of stuff. Like you can buy cleaners that have poison would kill you. It's like, I don't know, to some degree. I don't want to necessarily call it Darwinism because that would eliminate me from the cycle, but it's the idea of they don't necessarily know where your knowledge level is at, and you might also not know where your knowledge level is at, and you might buy something and start down a road and haven't done the research beforehand and do some really stupid things because you have the freedom to do that in America, and that's a great, beautiful thing. But do your research. If you're going to cap supplements, pay great attention to the units. Pay attention to the serving size. Like if it's too small of a thing, I know there's some. I looked into making my own B complex a while back, and there's some vitamins in that B complex, like some different B vitamins that are just in such a small dose that I wouldn't even be sure I could mix it correctly in making my own. But be careful and stay safe.